walking simulators over the years have only got better at providing immersive, narrative-rich exploration for players to experience. And then there's Baby Steps, the story of a mum's basement dwelling, anime-enjoying neckbeard wearing a onesie that throws all of that completely out of the window.
Oh my god, it's a fedora! It's like he's magnetized towards it.
The journey of possibly the worst explorer to ever take a step. And easily one of the most frustratingly difficult and absolutely hilarious games I have ever played. Today we go on an adventure that both nearly made me pass out from laughing, all the way to trying not to jump out of my window in rage.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm so happy about that. Oh, for God's sake.
While uncovering a tale that for a game like this genuinely surprised me. This is Baby Steps. Our adventure begins with our boy Nathan, here slobbed out to sleep in another rewatch of One Piece, as his parents argue between themselves about how to treat their man-child.
He's 35. I want him to have some kind of discipline. If you can hear my voice, I want you to come up here having a family meeting.
Now whisked away into another land, Nathan stands up to get a look at his surroundings, while we get our first experience with this game's insane controls, while simply attempting to walk forward. You see, in Baby Steps, as the name would indicate, one does not simply push forward to walk, but instead having each leg assigned to its own trigger that must be manually pushed forward and backwards, leading to it being incredibly awkward to even wander a few steps. But eventually Nate manages to flail himself far enough to face plant into an unfamiliar face.
Oh! Deep breath. You're okay. You're with Jim?
I'm Jim.
No, I'm Jim.
Yeah, no, you're Jim.
Just relax. Nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody falls.
This man attempts to explain a little around Nathan's new surroundings, but is shot down before he can, due to Nate's social awkwardness, clearly not wanting to embarrass himself, but managing to thoroughly do that anyway, while simply attempting to walk away. After a lot more getting used to moving, and a number of tantrums later, we finally begin to progress through the cave, and even up a small set of rocks, eventually.
Oh, I cheated the sister. Oh, for God's sake.
Wandering out of the cave, the man appears once more, introducing himself as Jim, with Nate once again refusing any help, or even just a pair of shoes, as there is something more pressing on his mind.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
This is pretty far. I mean, I'm worried about your kidneys.
I've got strong kidneys.
Yeah, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I just went away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
no, you can watch.
I guess I'll just catch up to you.
Okay.
Don't hold it in, Nate. It's not healthy.
Yeah, no.
Uru.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, uru. Like we say goodbye around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uru.
Yeah, like goodbye. Ooh.
So the voyage to relieve himself as well as to figure out what is going on begins, slowly clambering his way up the dank slope to see a welcoming sign of a bloke that seems to be selling shoes at a stall, with Nate wasting no time marching over to the fellow, trying to look as normal as possible. With that, like with most things in this game, not exactly going to plan.
Oh, no. Oh.
With this latest failure costing dearly, with Nate sliding all the way back down the hill, giving only a small glimpse at just how insanely punishing this game becomes later down the line. Dusting himself off and with a little help from Jim.
What was the
Looks
whole
like
floor?
I've got to get you out of here, Nate. Here, take my hand. Just take my hand. Let me pull you out.
No,
Nate makes it back up the hill, and with a little more effort, along with a healthy dose of twerking, manages to make it to the camp at the top to refresh himself and get some rest for the journey ahead. Waking up, Nate is greeted once again by an unfamiliar face, meeting Mike, another hiker wandering the landscape, who being a hiker is confused as to why Nate does not seem to have a map.
Oh, no. Do you not have a map?
kind of like a mental map.
Oh, no. Look at this. Look, this is, I got this map.
Oh.
It's got everything on it. Check it out. Seem really good.
Oh, yeah, that looks alright.
Once again refusing any form of help by way of claiming to be an expert hiker, Nate once again sets off, with only his somehow now even more filthy onesie to his name. Before heading off, we take a look around to see a sign requesting the return of a cup, and after a fair bit of searching fail to find said item. But make a note of this system, one that shall be causing a whole bunch of chaos in the near future. Making our way up the mountain after a number of failures simply trying to cross a small stream, we make it to some sort of farm, tucked away here in the mountains, with Nate of course introducing himself to all of the animals, and even picking himself up a companion, with a tiny chick following him around, even despite Nathan's nasty habit of planting himself all over it.
Good lord. Nathan, stop teabagging the chick.
Staggering his way past the farm and continuing up the mountain, Nate's progress hits another wall, coming across what may look like to some as quite a pedestrian-sized gap to step over. But due to the incredibly tricky controls, this turning into an absolute gauntlet, with every slight misstep plummeting him back down. Determined to not let this tiny gap defeat him, an embarrassing amount of attempts are made, until finally...
Ah, yes! I finally did it! Oh, for fuck's sake.
At last, progressing further, Nate comes across a watchtower perched on the edge of the mountain, and expertly strides up to the top, finding a telescope that he can use to peer through out into the mist. Taking a look, he finds a particularly baffling sight over in the distance, what looks to be a baby doll wearing a crown. Something that could easily be seen as a bad omen, but also maybe donning a crown would help boost his confidence and make him forget for a while about his giant man-baby appearance. So the plan is made to venture over to it and retrieve the crown. And while doing so, we get a good look at Nate's frankly ridiculous swimming technique. With this task, of course, like with virtually anything in baby steps, being incredibly painful, both physically and mentally, with one slight miscalculation leading to walking all the way back up the mountain for another attempt, and with even that having its set of setbacks.
Nathan, this is not helpful.
But not without having some positive effect, getting to practice a little bit more, and even pulling off some more precise moves here and there. Returning to the doll, this time Nate makes it to the cursed-looking scene to grab his reward of a crown that for once wasn't assigned to him on Discord, and taking his proud place as the king of the tits. Advancing further, Nate then stumbles across a gift fit for a king, seeing a portaloo that, while precariously placed, can finally provide him some relief that he has been holding in since the start.
Now I see why you wanted to know where the toilets were.
No, it was. I don't know why it fell. It was perched precariously.
I watched you push it off the cliff.
I didn't push it. It just. I was opening the door.
There it was, perfectly positioned.
What do you mean?
Served
Why
us
was
for
it
years.
perfect? Put it closer, not on the cliff, on the land.
You want me to dig some kind of pit?
No, I don't want a
You want me to clean the toilet
I don't-
for you after you go?
No, I don't want either of those.
I told you as a guide.
I don't even
I'm
want
not the toilet man.
I'm not.
I'm not some kind of medieval knight soilman, Nathan.
I didn't want you to be a soilman. I don't even need a shit. I just need to pee.
You peed on me in a sense.
Unfortunately now portalooless, and still needing to pee, Nate has no choice but to press on in hopes that he can find another place more suitable for his pee-shy worries.
It's a dead end. Oh, Nathan. But at least you still have your crown. Seriously.
As Nate progresses on, he doesn't have to go too far before coming across another very large gap, and with it once again bumping into Mike, who, like with the map, assumes Nathan has with him a grappling hook, of course being the master hiker that he is, and points out a grapple point for him to use to easily cross this awkward gap. With this, in reality, as you can imagine, going about as well as you might expect. Having to get creative to find his way without any tools, Nate comes across a rather curious sight, a glowing fruit hanging from a tree. Clearly not being one to turn food down, he carefully creeps across the beams and up to the tree for yet another baffling result.
Ooh, an orange. Oh, it's so fragrant. Oh, yes, that was so tangy and
good and sweet. Oh, God, yes. Oh, Lawrence! Okay. What the f***?
And with this weird development paling in comparison to what Nate stumbles into when finally reaching the higher points of the mountain, beginning first with the reaction to him grabbing some food at the camp he finds there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I do mind. I do. Sorry, I'm leaving.
Then continuing from the moment he wakes up.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Wonderful morning. Ethan.
Yes, Ethan, and I'm Nathan, and how's it? Good morning, weather. How's it, weather? Breakfast?
Breakfast.
Oh, yours? Was that yours?
Yes, and you've already had more than your share.
I'm sorry.
Here we meet Ethan, along with this game's strange use of nudity, something that is no surprise reserved for those of you watching on Patreon to enjoy, or suffer through, depending on how you look at it. Ethan is happy to see Nate, as with him being new to this land, is apparently still yet to use his wish up at the castle.
Wonderful, and you'll be our savior.
Oh, what do you want? What do you need?
But we've run out of cigarettes.
Oh,
I was rather hoping you could wish us up some new ones.
oh.
Now with at least a bizarre goal to reach, Nate heads out once more, while inadvertently giving Ethan a little taste of his own medicine.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Making his way down and masterfully navigating the new forest area, Nathan comes across a tantalizing chest just out in the open that he is unfortunately unable to open, despite what I can only assume was an honest attempt, all while desperately hoping that Ethan is still up by the camp and instead hasn't got a little bit too excited and decided to contribute to the baffling environmental ambience. Wandering through the forest, what cannot be ignored is the huge stone tower inhabiting the clearing, something that must be of significance, but apparently not to Mike, who we find on his way down, claiming that it is instead quite the disappointment.
There's nothing up there.
I'm sure there's a beautiful view or something worthwhile up there.
Maybe some days, not today. It looks cloudy.
Is there any equipment or maybe?
There might have been, yeah. Not. It just hasn't been replenished. I was sort of expecting this like a little star on my map, so I thought something good has to be up here, but there's not. There's just nothing.
Like, what's up there though?
Nothing. It's just nothing.
There's a tower.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, what? When you get to the top of the tower, what's there?
It's like a top of a tower, just a stony square.
Just a little bit. It feels like there's something up there you don't want me to see.
There's nothing.
Oh.
Save yourself some time. Go somewhere good.
Okay.
Maybe I'll catch you at the next one.
All right.
And with that, Nate, of course, taking the man's advice and leaving to explore elsewhere.
Nah, fuck that. We're going up the damn thing.
A brave decision. However, as it turns out, this tower might as well be a giant stone obelisk of the god of being kicked in the bollocks, as it's designed specifically to make sure that one slight miscalculation leads to plummeting all the way down to the bottom once more to maximize the pain of failure.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, God.
Making this like so much in baby steps, being just as much of a test of one's mental endurance than technical precision, featuring a whole cavalcade of brown trousers moments to somehow overcome, while knowing that at any moment, everything could literally come crashing down.
Ah, f*** no! Oh. Oh my God.
All to a soundtrack that concerningly sounds like someone using a chicken as a speed bag. After many, many attempts, Nathan finally reaches the top of the stone tower to find f*** all. And it seems Mike was not joking when he said that there was literally nothing up here after all. But at least Nathan gets a chance to do the world's most pathetic tribute to Assassin's Creed. With this, incredibly, still being nothing in comparison to the trials that lay ahead. Reeling from the soul-destroying stone tower, Nathan comes across a wooden shack out in the forest and politely checks to see if anyone is home. Getting no answer, he decides to make his way in, using the nearby tree to eventually climb onto the roof to descend into the house and into a spot I feel is much overdue. Curiously finding a set of keys, Nate grabs them and heads back outside after his bath, right up to a sign that just so happens to be requesting the keys he has just found, and to drop them off at a nearby watchtower.
I got your keys. I'm just gonna put them in the basket.
No, I already found my keys. They're in my house.
Oh, sorry. These aren't keys.
Marching forward, Nate is beginning to find his feet. Somewhat. Making it all the way to another camp, set up just through a gate. And it's while getting past this that we come across something that reminds me of the last time I took on the challenge of a physics-based adventure game.
Can I? Come on, Greg. I don't think... Oh. Come on, just get a good hit in. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Greg. The ladder's involved. Greg, come on. Sort your shit out. Oh, God. Oh, for God's sake.
Reaching the camp, Nate gets another chance for some food, as well as, of course, another bonkers encounter, this time meeting Moose.
Lost a contact lens?
Hey, Ethan. How's it going?
Oh, Moose.
Where?
Oh, no. My name's Moose.
Yeah.
A pleasant bloke, who offers Nate his cup to grab some food from the fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There he is. Nathan.
Oh, hey.
Nice looking cup.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I got it from Moose here.
With Moose mysteriously disappearing, Nate gets some rest. Waking, Nathan meets another of Ethan's boys, who advises Nate that when it comes to his wish, to instead wish for what he wants.
Your wish.
He told me to get the cigarettes. I'm gonna wish for cigarettes.
Don't do what Ethan says.
Why not?
Just that's what he wants. Do what you want.
What do I want? I want to go home.
Look around you, buddy. Look, it's paradise. Weather is perfect every day.
It's like LA.
It's better than LA. LA sucks.
Now wondering what he will do at his destination, Nate looks to head off, but first once again spies a note, looking for an item returned. One that for sure raises the stakes slightly, with this request being for a fragile vase that Nate tracks down, swiping it from a bloke's shop, then turning around to begin the daunting task of delivering this incredibly fragile item that will break the moment he falls. Safe to say, returning this vase was one of the biggest nipple twists of this entire experience, as with one wrong move, and you're back to the beginning of the whole game. Baby Steps does not use any kind of checkpoint system, so if you faceplant and mess something up, you better believe that if you reload, you will only be watching the rest of the failure play out. So following the inevitable. With this particular optional challenge, it's time to load up another of the 3 save slots and walk all the way back to this point in the game to give it another go, which after another saga getting back here, went just as well as the previous try.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh.
So another save slot and hour and a half of climbing to get back here later. And this time there is no messing around. Try hard mode engaged, and testing every single step to make sure that by Jove this vase is getting back to its owner, skillfully navigating the rocky terrain. Finally, the home straight of the tower is reached, getting closer and closer to success. Now with only a few steps remaining, we stride proudly towards the deposit box. Victory is mine. So back once again, right to the start, all the way back through, getting to enjoy many new faceplants. All the way back up, all the way up to, at last, putting the bloody vase in the box.
For God's sake.
Desperately attempting to raise spirits following that disaster saga, Nate then finally heads up to the watchtower for the most welcome and most fitting surprise.
Oh my god, it's a fedora! It's like he's magnetized towards it.
Absolutely not able to resist the boon of a fedora, the climb is made up the tree it is dangling from, which after the last debacle felt like a children's birthday party in comparison, netting Nate the most suitable of fashion accessories for his travels.
Well, that looks like a rather sticky fedora, Nathan. Staying on your head like that? Are you sure you haven't consummated the relationship already? You naughty boy.
That lasts for about half an hour, before being lost to another irresistible temptation of cowabungering off a cliff using a diving board. Leaving the fedora swimming alone, despite Nate's best efforts to wriggle it back onto his head. On the way back up, we instead lift Nate's spirits with a spot of footy.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I can finally do a good impression of the average professional footballer. Oh, I fell down. Oh God, I'm dying. My legs are broken. Oh, he's given a penalty? Right, what's going on then, fellas?
Before setting sights back to hiking up to the temple to make his still undecided wish, beginning with a very Home Alone-esque bait and switch. An arse ton of face planting later, Nate finds himself on a large beach area, and he's not alone.
Okay. I am both surprised and not surprised simultaneously.
Snagging himself another hat, it's to the camp here next, where he bumps once again into Moose and the gang for another much-needed relax.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just turn around.
Oh.
Uh-huh. You're a thirsty boy.
No, I dropped this in there, and I had to fish it out.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to waste that yummy boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just needed a little before bed. I was hungry.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want you to starve.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna have one sip and then go right to sleep. I have a big day tomorrow, so it's gonna be a quiet one for me.
As we get another look at Nathan's room back home, which is starting to look a little different indeed. After a bit too much of an unwind session, Nathan wakes to Ethan, and as they talk, we get a little bit more information around the onesie-donning hero of this story.
I gotta get back to my life.
Oh, the basement life. Yes.
No. Because people need me. Like, my parents are worried.
No, I can understand that. That basement needs supervision.
No, I support them.
Oh, couch tester.
No, I just odd jobs. But there are other things.
Onesie model.
No, there are
TV testing.
other things too.
Oh.
I've got my fiance.
What's her name?
Strum.
Strum. Well, we mustn't keep you from Strum.
Okay, yep, alright, I'll see you up there. Oh, whoa.
Toodles. He thinks it's a woo.
Still troubled with the decision around the wish, Nate tries to focus his mind on the task of getting to the temple, carefully navigating the new obstacles of the sand, up to an area where he can get a little bit more of a look at things.
Oh. Don't go to the cart. Don't fall down to the cart. No, don't fall down to the cart. You spent ages climbing up here, don't fall down to the cart. Oh, look, I fell over. Oh, dear.
Totally accidentally falling over. It would be rude not to try out this cart, placed oddly here on this track. But alas, first there is the task of even getting on the thing.
Nathan.
Back to the primary objective. Nate heads out across the sands, making legs cross around the world with his struggles with a nearby cactus. But endeavoring nonetheless, eventually making his way to the temple, a very dark temple, and one that he will have no chance of seeing in.
Not without one of these lanterns.
That's okay. I'm alright. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nah, mates.
Once again refusing to accept help from Jim, Nate somehow finds his way inside, only to be convinced by Moose to take a lantern from him instead, as Moose apparently has been mocked by the others for having them. with it only taking a little bit more progress through the temple before it's Nathan's turn.
Oh, scared of the dark. Mommy, pack you a little lantern.
Mommy, pack you a lantern.
Oh, he was scared of the dark.
Arriving at the party, Ethan and the others thank Nate for his offer to use his wish for their own personal gain by laying on yet more humiliation.
To always being happy. And never being glum.
Never be glum.
And here's to Nathan D. and his darling Strum. To Scrum.
Yeah, just Scrum.
The time has come for Nathan to head up to the special chamber to make his wish. One that takes a dark turn. Indeed.
Hey, are you the angel? You talk? Listen, they wanted me to wish for cigarettes. But I gotta go home. Okay. I guess I'm doing it then. I wish. I was dead.
Oh, Nathan, it doesn't work that way, I'm afraid.
Following his still unknown wish, we see that Nathan's room back home has changed once again, leading me to once again wonder, what will become of the man himself? Waking up once more, Nathan is alone, and gets up to begin working his way through the rest of the temple, a task that is, of course, as unwieldy as ever. But at least he has his lantern. Reaching deeper, Nate finds a curious-looking door pressed into the sand, that upon wandering through he is transported to a mock-up of his home, with only the constant sound of his mother's voice echoing through his head.
Sounds like Daddy's home. Nate, come on in here. Kyle has something to show you.
Escaping the otherworldly depiction of his home, Nate comes out the other side to be greeted by Moose.
Yeah, it's funny. I was gonna wish to go home too.
Yeah?
When it came down to it, I just couldn't go back there.
Oh, why not?
Oh, was miserable and hated myself and felt ashamed.
Oh, it's just normal.
Oh,
normal reason.
Yeah, the normal reasons.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the same. Same.
Enjoying an ice cream together, Moose speaks of his new home up in the snowy mountains, where he has built himself a nice wood cabin before they are both rudely interrupted, leaving Nate to continue on his own adventure, getting only a few steps before he's hit by an ice cream truck.
Why?
These rolling fields feature yet more obstacles for Nate to navigate, including a well, as well as one hell of an epic way to discover the local mining operation.
Oh, right.
It's in this mine we find Moose once again, who points Nate in the direction of his snowtop cabin, right next to the site of one of the most harrowing experiences in this entire adventure. For now, the task remains making it through the mine, carefully navigating some squeaky bum moments, and dealing with the water running through the machines, just adding to the difficulty.
Okay, patience. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, go.
With these water wheels becoming a bit of a sticky point for old Nathan, while attempting to cross to the opposite side of this lake using the water wheel, as always seemingly not going to plan. The water wheels, however, would quickly be forgotten when reaching higher and wandering up the path to get an eyeful of one of the most insanely punishing experiences this land has to offer.
Crap.
You ever seen one this big?
Oh, Jim,
It's 250 stories.
you like these stairs, huh?
Well, I don't just like them, I made them.
Oh, proud of your work.
This is my masterpiece.
They look okay.
It's not about looks, it's about function.
Yeah.
Just look behind.
Yeah, there's a nice cliff path back there. I might take that. That looks better.
You can't. It's too hard for you.
It's not that hard.
They call it the man breaker.
The man breaker.
Yeah, because many men have been broken trying to get up that thing. Trying for years, practicing.
Listen, I'm going up the man breaker. I'm gonna scamper up that man breaker without falling once.
You're just going to be bashing your head against this thing for the next 5 years.
It's not gonna take me 5 years.
It's
I'm
not
get
going
up
to take
that-
you 5 years because you're going to break down and take the f***ing stairs.
Give me until 5 p.m.
Mate, by hook or by crook, you're taking these stairs.
I swear I will never take these stairs.
Look, I'm heading up there now, but if I see you scampering up these stairs after you've sworn that you won't,
Yeah.
you have to call me Lord.
What? What?
Because I am Lord of these stairs.
You, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Well, I'll see you at the top.
All right.
Look at me go.
Now at this point it must be said that I had noticed that nearly all of the achievements I was getting for this game were incredibly rare, suggesting that most people had the sense to simply just wander through the game exploring wherever they wished, instead of endeavoring to complete some of the controller-crushing challenges. But it did make me wonder just how rare the achievement must be for taking on and overcoming the Manbreaker, if even returning a set of keys was something that only 4% of players achieved. So with that, the stairs were not an option, and it was on to the Manbreaker, a challenge that, let's just say, is aptly named. By far one of the most infuriating and insanely hard challenges up to this point. And yes, that includes restarting the game 3 times just to not return a vase intact. The Manbreaker is brutality incarnate, slowly ramping up the difficulty to sadistic levels, with of course one step resetting the entire attempt. While also making me want to pull my balls off with my bare hands. It's here I can't help but wish I was the kind of person that could just let something like this go, just take the stairs. But I know full well that if I didn't do it, it would just whiz around my head forever until I inevitably came back and did it.
Nathan, no, thou shalt not face plant. Oh, for God, thank God.
There was even a point where, rather fittingly, Nathan met his demise by way of an empty pizza box, kindly left on the path by some absolute piss lips, while we attempted to try and slide it off.
Oh, Tommy, no.
Hours went by, and still Nathan would not be broken, despite nearly breaking every bone in his body, each time reaching a little further on this gauntlet straight from Satan's codpiece. With the sun going down, the difficulty reached absurd levels, having to actually slide down a rock on one leg while balancing perfectly to hop onto a tiny platform, with this part in particular taking a painful amount of attempts, until finally... Only a couple of well-timed strides remained to reach the top. I could taste victory, and prepared myself for the payoff of getting what is surely an incredibly rare achievement. A gold stamp on my profile that said yes, I was stupid enough to actually sit here and do this, but nonetheless, sit in the annals of champions forever. So no. Give someone back a vase even though it's fucked. Oh yeah, get an achievement for that. Beat the Manbreaker? No. Sorry, mate. My disappointment immeasurable. I barely watched the cutscene of Nathan claiming his victory and rubbing it in Jim's face that it is truly him deserving of the title of Lord.
Nathan?
I did it.
You how?
I just did it. I climbed it.
It's too hard for you.
It wasn't too hard for me. I'm a climber.
And now I do sound like a broken record, but I really do mean this. That this Manbreaker, amazingly, was far from the true challenge of baby steps, as there is still something looming in the near future that makes this entire ordeal feel like nothing in comparison. Sitting down at the nearby camp, Nate encourages Mike to discard his map and venture out in his own direction, something he giddily runs away agreeing to. And something that I'm sure will have no negative repercussions at all. Sleeping for the night, we once again get a glimpse of what has become of Nathan's room back home, with his space now repurposed as a home gym. Waking once more, we are once again greeted with a confusing sight, with what looks to be a giant depiction of Nathan's mother sat off in the distance. Walking up to her, she picks up her son, cradling the 35-year-old in an incredibly cursed cutscene that I'm sure will haunt my nightmares for a while to come.
Whoever you'll be is alright with me. I'll
Getting back to exploring, Nathan finds himself now in the snow and ice-covered mountains, with the latter being a particularly potent obstacle. Considering with this control scheme, Nathan already feels like he's practically walking on ice to begin with, somehow managing to advance further. A concerning cry can be heard from within one of the ice caves.
Ow! Ow!
With this being none other than Mike, who we rush to the aid of.
Ow!
Never fear, Michael. Nathan is coming.
Ow!
God. Eventually.
Now with a Mike situation to deal with, Nate must hurry to find help, tasked with overcoming the latest obstacle in his path, being a derailed train. A creative yet still frustratingly difficult challenge, with its incredibly slippery suitcases, taking some very slow moments to plant Nate's feet carefully, while dealing with the tricky verticality of the whole situation, but at least with a nice chair at the end to celebrate victory.
Nice.
The DS, take it from me, is not as nice the second time around. Now heading right up the side of the snow-tipped slopes, and realizing that tiny trees are unreliable assistance.
Oh, hold on, the tree will save me.
Nate strides into the tundra as the camera pans out to highlight just how vast and unforgiving this environment is, and totally not foreshadowing something far more sinister. Surely unable to feel most of his body, Nate finally sees a sign of other life up here in the mountains, noticing some smoke reaching out into the sky nearby, and wastes no time in heading towards it. While doing so, Nate sees what is surely Moose's shack for a split second before face-planting towards it. Reaching the shack, Nathan does what Nathan does best, refusing to ask for help for even the most dire of situations.
So, still headed to the top?
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm gonna go right there now. Okay, it's good to see ya.
Yeah, good to see you. Good night.
Right.
Until finally, giving in
Go out there, huh?
and just asking, for once, for a helping hand.
Could I come in?
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
Oh, maybe just for a minute. I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
for a minute.
Yeah, okay. Maybe just stop in the toilet first.
Yeah.
Heading inside, we are treated to the game's ending credits, with a really nifty map charting our route taken throughout the entire adventure, even including the rather embarrassing amount of times failing and re-attempting some of the game's harder challenges. Which reminds me, you may be asking yourself, but what about that other thing you said? Well, my friends, the credits end, and we rejoin Nathan and Moose together in the shack, with a new option, to go for a walk. Hitting this a number of times to force Nathan to eventually get some exercise. He eventually gets up, to get busy on his casual wander up the mountaintop.
Oh, thank God it's not that bad. You have got to be f***ing joking.
Unfortunately not, no. I'm serious as a heart attack. This I can barely put into words. So for the final, surely no one will be stupid enough to do this challenge. The task is to make it to the very top of the mountain, with even the very first obstacle taking attempt after attempt. Now I know what I wanted to do today. Why not go through all the pain of finishing the Manbreaker? But instead of just once, how about doing it 15 times in a row? While of course keeping the condition of falling all the way down and having to start again. Safe to say, I truly had to go into a zen state of mind when trying to pull this off, as an entire 30 minutes of progress can just evaporate in an instant with a tiny wrong move on the slippery mountainside. It was also while slamming my head against this final gauntlet that I got to think a little bit more about Nathan's story, about what it could all be getting at. Like Bennett Foddy's previous game, Getting Over It, the theme of overcoming adversity is front and center, but this time with a much more narrative focus, showing Nathan rotting away in his room, with no aspirations or any kind of momentum in his life, which is currently quite ironic considering. Being whisked away to a land where he is forced to not only struggle to overcome what stands in his way, but also learn how to both accept help from those that matter, as well as stand up for himself in the face of those looking to push him around, all leading to him ultimately surprising both those around him, as well as even himself, with what he is able to overcome. Quite a well-implemented and interestingly delivered message, I must say, for a game that on its surface looks like a goofy game just for the sake of it. After what felt like an age, and too many falls to count, Nathan nears the peak to see one last troll by the developers, leaving a diving board placed tantalizingly near the summit to tempt players to once again throw all their hard work away. But not this time, Mr. Board, as we have a summit to reach, and as God as my witness with...
I think God just tried to kill me. Honestly, I have no idea what just happened there.
Oh, fine, as Keanu Reeves as my witness will make it up this utterly ridiculous small tiny bit of the mountain. One step away from complete disaster to the ultimate victory. And you know what? I don't even care if there's no achievement. And that, my friends, was Baby Steps, created by the minds of Gabe Cusillo, Maxi Poch, and Bennett Foddy, with the latter, as we mentioned, maybe a name you recognize from another blood vessel destroying game, Getting Over It. Safe to say, this was an experience and a half, and one I can highly recommend to anyone who thinks they have the patience for it. There's a whole bunch more cutscenes and conversations to be found, all delivered in a style I really enjoyed, with the clearly improvised dialogue that you can even at times hear the cast cracking up while saying it.
I'm not the toilet man. I'm not some kind of medieval knight soilman, Nathan.
A huge amount to explore, and of course, the real experience being taking on the whole thing with the game's incredibly tricky control scheme. I honestly didn't expect to enjoy this game so much overall, and I really didn't expect such an endearing story to be told over what I assumed was simply just a wacky game about walking. But enough from me, what do you think? As usual, I'm keen to get your thoughts down in the comments. If it's another bonkers adventure you're after, I'm sure you will love the whole playlist of them coming up in just a few moments. If you're interested in ad-free, uncensored, and extended versions of these videos, along with fully exclusive videos, and a whole bunch of other perks while supporting the channel, then check out the Patreon link below, as there's loads of great stuff over there. Regardless, thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if it was to your liking. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.